Okay, very good afternoon to everyone. So, our today's topic of discussion is job analysis. In the initial class, we tried to understand what is recruitment and what is selection. So, as we already know, recruitment is nothing but a process wherein you try to invite people to apply for jobs. Whereas selection is a process where you ask, where you select the best candidate who is suitable for the job vacancy in the organization. So here, what is the role of this job analysis in this recruitment and selection subject? So yes, when it comes to,
Master,
are you able to listen to me?
chapati.
Yes, ma'am.
Please mute your mics, all of you. Yeah. So what is the role of this job analysis in this recruitment and selection? So that is what we are trying to understand here. But before that, job analysis plays a very important role in HR functions also, all the other HR functions also. It can be like recruitment selection, it can be like training and development, it can be compensation management, it can be a performance appraisal, any kind of HR function, main HR functions you take, job analysis plays a very important role. So what role does it play in all these HR functions? What is actually job analysis? What is the role of this job analysis in various HR functions is what we are going to look into for today's session. So the main agenda for today is job analysis, its meaning and significance, some approaches in job analysis, methods of data collection and analysis, what is this job description and job specification, and what are the contents of job description and job specification. So we may be able to fulfill only first 2 or 3 agendas for today's session. Yes. So we already know what is a job. Okay. So okay, so we already know what is a job. So here, when we try to define it, it is a group of related activities. So let us say, if you take an example here, the staff accountant, okay, it is a job. Project accountant, it is a job here. If it is an investment management, okay, sorry, investment manager or investment analyst, he is this particular job, we call it as a job, but it belongs to a particular family. And what is that family? It is nothing but the investment family, accounting family, budgeting family, whatever it is. See, these all sub families belong to something called as finance department or financial job family. So all the jobs coming under a similar nature activities, so all those belong to one similar job family here. So we are going to analyze a job or a group of jobs here, or that is what we call it as a job family here. So job analysis is is sometimes done for a single job also, or it is sometimes performed for a job family also in the organizations. So what is this job analysis now? We have understood what is a job, but what is this job analysis? So job analysis is a systematic, as I told you, it is a systematic study of the job or the job family here. So you will be trying to understand what is involved in the job, what roles and responsibilities are involved in the job, what skills and competencies are needed to perform that job or belong to that job family. All this information you will be getting through this job analysis. It is nothing but a collection of information about tasks and observable behaviors that are performed in the job. Observable behaviors in the sense, let us take marketing executive job. Okay, if you take an example of a marketing executive, what is the observable behavior of a marketing executive? Sales or promotion of products. Okay, so that is what is the job of a marketing executive. And the behavior what you can observe in the marketing executive is he will be selling a particular product, he will try to convince the customer here. So that is an observable behavior. So in job analysis, you will try to collect information on these observable behaviors. Okay, so how he performs, how he behaves, how he talks, how he is supposed to provide information to the customers. All this information you are supposed to collect in this job analysis. It not only collects information about the tasks and observable behaviors, but yes, guys, it also includes what equipments and facilities are needed to perform that job better. See what happens. Let us take, for an example, a computer operator. If there is a computer operator job and you don't give him a computer operator, can he perform his job? He cannot. So he needs a work equipment, and here in this case, in this example, computer is a work equipment. So here you also, when you're doing a job analysis, you also try to understand what equipment is needed, what materials are needed to perform that job better, without which that job cannot be carried out or completed. So that also you are trying to analyze when you are doing the job analysis. And other than that, you will also try to analyze what will be the relationship of that job with other jobs in the organization. Okay, so let us take in our own department, there is head of the department, we faculties are there, so then clerk is there, under him attender is there. There is a relationship between different jobs in our department here. And what is that relationship? Okay, so whether they are connected with each other, whether they are completely disintegrated with each other, so that also you are supposed to analyze in this job analysis. So a job analysis is a systematic study of job and the job family. You collect information about the tasks and observable behaviors which are performed on the job, and you also collect information about in which context or in which environment the work is performed, what equipments are needed, what materials are needed to perform that job, and what is the relationship of that job with others in the organizations. So these are some things which you try to do in the job analysis. Now, what is the main goal of this job analysis? So the main goal of this job analysis is to determine the duties and responsibilities of the particular job, right? So what duty, so if you take a HR manager himself, what are the duties and responsibilities of a HR manager? So the duties are, he should take care of training and development, he should take care of recruitment and selection, he should take care of performance appraisal, he should take care of fixing up salaries for the employees. Then what are the other responsibilities of him? He should be a good coach, he should be a good counselor, he should be a good leader to the employees. Okay, so these are some responsibilities which he is supposed to, he should not be biased, right? One more responsibility, he should treat the people equally in the organization. So these are some things which you can find as responsibilities for a HR manager's job here. So the main goal of job analysis is, the main goal of job analysis is to determine the duties and responsibilities of the particular job. Secondly, determine how that job relates to other jobs and level of importance of the job. So today, one day, if an attender does not come to the department, what will happen? Or today, one day, principal does not come to the college, what will happen? So the level of importance of the job differs from job to job here. Okay, so if principal one day does not come, lot of important decisions in the organizations, in the colleges are held up. But whereas one day, if attender does not come to the colleges, still the work can be carried out by some other person. The work done by the principal cannot be replaced by some other person here. But whereas attender's work can be replaced by some other person. So that shows the level of importance of the job here, right? So you should understand what is the level of importance of the job in the organization. So let us take vice president marketing. Okay, what is the level of importance of that job compared to a promotion agent? It is very, very important. The vice president marketing is a very important job because major strategic decisions are taken at that level, which may affect the performance of the company. So that is why level of importance of the job has to be understood. Why this is very important is because in future, if you want to fix up a salary for the job, this particular goal will help you. The second one, determine how the job relates to other jobs and level of importance of the job will help you to determine the salary fixation for that job in the organization. Okay, so here we call it as job evaluation. So by evaluating the worth of the job in the organization, you will be able to fix up salary for that particular job. So that is why you need level of importance. Then the third goal is to determine the necessary qualifications. So here, if there is a job and you have to perform it, there are certain necessary qualifications assigned, prescribed. So that also are supposed to be identified here in the job analysis. So while conducting this job analysis, you should also collect information about what kind of necessary qualifications, skills, or competencies are needed to perform the particular job. Okay, so this is nothing but your job specification. So the first one, it talks about, first goal talks about job description. Second goal talks about job evaluation. And third one talks about job specification. So these are the answers which you get after analyzing a job. What you get after analyzing the job? So these are the three things you get after analyzing the job. Other than that, with the duties and responsibilities, you should also be able to determine the working conditions associated with the job. Because with that working conditions, you will also have to highlight what health fitness is needed, or what kind of conditions the person has to work for the organization. This also can be determined. So these are some goals wherein job analysis uh, is supposed to fulfill after being conducted in or performed in the organization. So, as I have already told you, it is not the person whom you are going to analyze, but yes, it is the job which you are going to analyze here. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind very strongly. You are not supposed to analyze a person here. Don't go with the person. Let us say a person who is working as a marketing executive. There are two people who are working as marketing executives in the organization. One is very lazy and one is very active, right? So you cannot go by collecting information who is a lazy person working as a marketing executive, because you may get wrong information from that person, right? So don't treat when you are conducting a job analysis, don't take it as a person, but take it as a job to be evaluated, to be analyzed. Okay, so these are some things which you have to keep in mind before going ahead with job analysis. Now, goal we have understood. What is the goal? The ultimate goal of job analysis is to get job specification, job description, and job evaluation. These are the three major goals what you should gain after conducting job analysis. Now, where all this job analysis helps you in the HR functions. So that is what we are going to look for here. So we have only taken main HR functions here, that is recruitment, we have selection, we have performance appraisal, we have training, and we have compensation. Okay, so these are 5 areas of HR functions which I have taken here to explain how job analysis can help you. So the first one, recruitment. Okay, so what is this recruitment? We already know recruitment is nothing but you call in for applicants. Okay, you invite people to apply for the job. So when you have to invite people to apply for the job, what information you need? You need to give advertisement. And when you have to give an advertisement in newspaper or websites or magazines or in company boards, notice boards and all, you want information about the job first. So what you will include in that advertisement? You will include details about the job. You will include what is the title of the job. You will include what are the roles and responsibilities to be performed in the job. You will also include what qualifications are required to perform that job. So a job advertisement normally has all these things. So when you want to give the advertisement in the newspaper, let us take as a newspaper, if you want to give an ad, you need all this information. And if you want this information, you have to go with the job analysis, because you will get this information from the job analysis itself. Okay, after analyzing the job, you will get something called as job description and specification. You will prepare documents there. So those two will help you to go with the recruitment process in further coming days. Okay, so here job description will talk about the title of the job, the nature of the job. Job specification will talk about qualifications required for the job. So using these two information, you will be designing an advertisement for the company to be put on the newspaper. So for recruitment, you need to have job analysis. Then second one, selection. Yes, what is selection? Selection is you are trying to get the best fit in person for the job, right? You are trying to select the best person who is suitable for the job. So how will you select that person? On what basis you will select? You will be selecting the person on the basis of the job description and the specification itself. So keeping that in front of you only, you will be conducting the selection process. Why? Because let us take job specification only. What does it say? Job specification says about the qualifications required to perform the job. So if you don't have that specification or qualification list, how can you shortlist the candidates and select the right person? So keeping in front with this information, you will go ahead with the selection process. Then other than that, you also need job description here. Why? The reason is you have to conduct interview for the selection process. And when you have to collect the interviews, what kind of questions you are going to ask? You are going to ask questions based on the duties and responsibilities to be performed in that job. And that duties and responsibilities, you will get it where? In the job description. Okay. So that is where the job description and job specification helps you in the selection process. Then coming to performance appraisal. What is performance appraisal? It is nothing but you are going to evaluate the performance of the employees on specific criterias. Okay, so what are these criterias? Criterias are what? Nothing but you get it in job description. Okay, so in job description, it is already written. For a marketing executive, it is already written. He should involve in promotion. He should involve in sales. He should meet his targets. He should counsel the customers. He should convince the customers. There are many duties which are already written in the job description. Using the same points, you will fix up the performance criteria. And later, when you fix up the performance criteria, based on that only, you will be analyzing the jobs. You will be even analyzing the performance of the employees in the organization. So there also, again, you need job description here. Job specification is not much of use when it comes to appraisal. Recruitment, you need both job description, specification. To an extent, you also need job evaluation report. But selection, you need job description and you need job specification. Appraisal, you need job description only. Okay, specification, you don't need much. Then coming to the fourth HR function, that is training and development. So if a person is not able to perform in his job, you are supposed to give him training. How will you decide what kind of training is supposed to be given to which person? It is based on the job description and specification, which is created after the job analysis. So your job description tells you which are the areas a training is needed, and job specification will tell you what skills and competencies the person is lacking behind. I'm telling you guys, specification not only talks about qualification, job specification also talks about skills and competencies needed to perform the job. So here, if those skill and competencies are not there, you will be providing them training and development. Okay, so to determine those training needs and plan some instructional programs or training programs to the employees, you need data of job specification and job description. Again, here also both came into picture. Compensation management, the last HR important function. So how will you fix up a compensation for the particular job? So how can you say that a teacher is supposed to get this much salary, or a marketing executive is supposed to get this much salary, or a vice president HR is supposed to get this much salary? How will you decide on that? You will decide on what is the worth of the job in the organization. I told you in the previous session, previous slide, wherein you will be the one more goal of job analysis is to understand the level or importance of the job in the organization. So that will help you to fix up the compensation for the different jobs in the organization. Let us take in company like Infosys, there are 100 varieties of jobs, and every job has different salary scales or pay structures. How they have decided it? It is based on the importance of that job in that organization. So based on that, they will decide upon what salary is supposed to be given to them. So here is where job evaluation comes into picture. Guys, keep in mind, job analysis results in three major documents about a job or a job family. Okay, when you analyze a job or a job and job family, you get three results. Outcome are three. That is job description, job specification, and job evaluation. So here, for compensation fixation, you need to understand worth of the job, and that you will get to know through job evaluation system. Okay, so these are some areas wherein HR areas wherein job analysis is being uh, used, or it is being the assistance of the job analysis is being taken up in the different HR areas. Now